We're here down right in front of the Capitol on January 16th in the morning. We wanted to come down, my neighbor Sandy and I, just to see this. We've got 25,000 military or police here in the city guarding the Capitol after last week's insurgency. Shocking, I guess, to see this martial law or military state in our nation's capital. But it's also reassuring, given what happened last week. It's reassuring to see these men and women here guarding our democracy. So we've been thanking them for their time and for them being here, and we've been remembering the officers who died, Officer Sicknick and the other people who died because of this. We want to make sure this never happens again, and that people believe the truth, and that we don't spread lies, because we see what can happen. That's the checkpoint. We had to come in through a checkpoint just to get to this point, but this is as far as we're allowed to go, is 3rd Street and Constitution. We were thankful to come down and see the United States Capitol. And the guards have all been very, very respectful and nice, but they have a job to do, and they mean business, so that's good. What do you think, looking at all this?
This is crazy. I've never seen DC look like this before. I never thought it would.
Yeah. Why'd you come down? Right outside the Capitol.
You know, it's only 8 blocks from my house, and we have these guards up all the way up to my house, and so I wanted to see what it looks like down here.
Yeah.
It's just insane. I feel like it's a pretty historic time to come and see it with my own eyes, so
yeah.
I figured why not.
Well, last week we had an insurgency right here.
Yeah.
Is it reassuring to you to see all these officers here, in a way?
Reassuring. It's also sad that we have to go through this in our country, but I guess it's, better safe than sorry. And I think they're also probably learning from the mistakes that happened a week ago. So
I'm a resident of DC. I live about 2 miles from here. I've been here for 4 years, and the last time we had an inauguration, I was part of the protests for that. So I wanted to see sort of what the comparative security detail for those is. This is obviously and understandably a little more intense. It's an unsettling feeling. I understand, why it's happening, but you never want to see a military uniform on the streets of the nation's capital. Not that that's a new thing. We saw a lot of them this summer. So
yeah.
I feel like we might be getting a little too used to that.
You were part of the protests against Trump.
Yeah.
The Trump inauguration.
During the inauguration, yeah.
Well, you saw what happened at the protest turned insurgency last week. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
I never thought there would be such a total collapse of security. At the end of the day, I think that an analogy I heard was like a lot of cows that got through a broken fence. Like, there were absolutely a lot of dangerous people, a lot of professional people who were involved in that. I think a lot of them were just stupefied by their luck to be essentially let into the Capitol. And while I'm very concerned that we had thousands of people who were willing to do that, I'm at least as concerned in the failure of our security to allow that to happen, especially being part of like the BLM protests over the summer here. The Capitol steps would have been bathed in blood if BLM protesters had gotten within 100 yards. So the frightening double standard between BLM protesters and Trump and obviously some white supremacist protesters is more glaring than even I could have imagined.
It's a beautiful country, and we all love it. We all want to protect our democracy and protect peace.